In eastern Africa can be found the Great Rift Valley, part of the longest valley in the world. Along the edge of the Great Rift rise majestic mountains. To the west, the Zaire River and the dense jungle at the heart of the continent. To the east, the vast Serengeti Plain of Kenya. To the north, Lake Victoria and the headwaters of the Nile, which winds its way through the deserts of Egypt up to the Mediterranean Sea. For many years, Africa was called the Dark Continent by people who often didn't understand its ancient ways and customs. Many of them found it to be a primitive and mysterious place. But now, progress has shed its light on the Dark Continent. Africa, the ancient home of the great pharaohs of Egypt, the birthplace of the human race, has joined the ranks of the modern world, and huge cities now stand where once there was nothing but jungle. Here in the dense, shadowy tropical forest, Africa is still the Dark Continent of legend, a land of mystery and danger. Progress brings with it new and better ways to kill and destroy. Carry on the age-old struggle of life and death, in which only the strongest and swiftest survive.
These animals we've captured are a dime a dozen. I want the white lion. That's what I came here for.
You and your white lion. I'm not so sure there even is such a thing.
Oh, he's here all right. Somewhere. Can't you feel it? He's somewhere near. Go slow.
I take it back. There is a white lion.
Come on, get me closer to him. Closer. Stay right on his tail. Oh! Hey, what are you waiting for? Throw me a gun, hurry! Hey! That's private property!
Panja dear, I have some news for you.
Lena, we're going to have a baby.
That's right. Congratulations, Your Highness.
Thank you. It's a happy day for us all.
What was that? The monkeys again? I fear so.
Stop!
Panja! Thank goodness! The monkeys are fighting again. They won't listen to reason. One was badly hurt this time.
I've told them no fighting amongst ourselves.
No use, Panja. You know what happens when they're hungry. There hasn't been enough food in the jungle for days. It's frightening. I almost think they'll tear each other apart for a scrap to eat.
It's time I did something about it, Daniel Baboon.
Panja! Your Highness, wait!
Is Panja here with you, Daniel?
He's gone, Elena.
Has he gone to the humans' village again?
Yes.
And with him about to be a father. It's so dangerous. Why must he always take risks? Why?
He does it for all of our sakes. He knows that we're hungry and that the humans keep livestock in their villages. I tell him that each trip could be his last, but he goes anyway.
I can't begin to express my disappointment. You two pass yourselves off as great lion hunters, but all you've done is go riding about, blasting away at everything that moves, while the white lion goes free. Why do you think I hired you? Brought you all the way from America.
If you'll allow me...
Sit down and hear me out. People of this village have been losing their livestock to that infernal lion for months now. They want to stop put to it. That's why they came to me, and that's why I contacted you, because you represented yourself as an expert lion exterminator. Clearly, you're not the man for the job. You disappoint me. I can't begin to tell you how much.
I don't know, sir. You've done a good job of it so far.
So, he steals the villagers' livestock, does he? Usually the only lions desperate enough to do that are the very sick or the very old.
He's neither sick or old, just brave. He's getting food for the animals in the jungle.
But the livestock are animals too.
If they live with humans, they're considered traitors by the jungle animals. You hear that? Look! There he goes! Forget it! He's already too far away! I've got a better idea.
He's come back, and you're standing around in your pajamas? What the devil's that?
A tape recorder, sir. Didn't you tell us that the lion has a mate? A certain lady lion of whom he's extremely fond? Isn't that right?
Yes, I may have. So what?
I've just devised a clever idea. And if it works as well as I think it will, that lion has roared his last.
And so it was, only a few days later, saw the two game hunters setting sail back to America, their dreadful mission accomplished.
The great moment is almost here.
What great moment?
Mrs. Panja is about to have her baby any minute now.
Yippee!
Oh, shh. Listen, everyone, Mrs. Panja is all alone in the world. Are there any volunteers to help her in this, her hour of need? Are we men or are we? Your response is overwhelming.
I think Mrs. Panja would like a little privacy.
The suspense is killing me. How many babies can a mama lion have? What if there's a lot of them?
It's arrived, everyone. A pure white, beautiful baby boy lion cub.
That little white lion cub is gonna make me rich. There are zoos that'll pay a fortune for something like that.
Quiet!
Well, Mr. Weatherman, what's the forecast?
I'm a meteorologist. Judging by the wind speed and barometric pressure, and by the way my joints have been acting up, there's a whale of a storm coming. If I were a rat, I'd abandon ship and pronto.
We can't do that. We're mice. And besides, we've got Panja's son on board.
Panja's son?
Bad news, Mrs. Panja.
Hey, who is this?
See the little girl there? That must be your papa.
Does everybody have a papa? Even me?
That's a good question.
Come here, son. I'll tell you.
Tell me what?
It's been 2 months since you were born, so you're not a baby anymore. I guess you're old enough to know. Panja was your father's name, the bravest lion in the jungle. The kindest and most generous as well, always looking after those in need. But there was nobody to look after Panja, and one day a terrible thing happened. I didn't expect Panja back so soon. He was at the far end of the valley. Panja?
Now we just sit back and wait for him to walk right into our trap.
Don't do it, Panja! Run! No, they're here! Run away, Panja! Run! No!
Elena, if our only child should be a son, will you grant me one last request, my darling? Will you name it Kimba?
Your father was a great and noble lion. Will you always try to prove yourself worthy of him, Kimba?
Yes.
Kimba, huh?
I like it.
Now I want you to leave the ship, my son. You must find your way back to the jungle, for that is your home.
I will, Mama. Aren't you gonna come?
I can't. I'm trapped here in this cage. You'll have to go alone.
No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go without you.
And I don't want to lose you either. But we must try to be strong, Kimba, like your father.
That's rotten. Kicking a kid out like that. He's just a baby.
It's for his own good. There's a big storm coming.
What?
Quiet! The stork says the ship might even sink.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of...
Oh,
Cat attack! Run for your
I'll teach those big bullies to pick on someone their own size.
That's the spirit, Kimba. But the animals back home in the jungle need your help even more. You must go. The jungle's where you belong, as a son of Panja. Goodbye, Kimba.
Goodbye, Mama. And don't worry, I'll find the jungle. I promise.
Be careful.
What happened to the big boat? Mama?
Oh! Why aren't you swimming? You're a threat to navigation floating around like that.
Swimming? What's that?
Good grief, this won't do. Wait here. This fellow's an expert swimmer. He'll teach you everything you need to know.
Move your fin. Move your fin.
Oh, got one.
What's this?
All right, exhale all the way and make yourself as flat as you can now. No breathing, no breathing.
It's perfectly simple. Just stick out your wings and flap, flap, like this. See? Flap, flap, nothing to it.
You use your whole body. Swing your whole body, like this. Oof.
It's hopeless. I don't think he's a fish at all. Come to think of it, maybe he's a human being. Look, you sit up there and we'll get you started. Aren't you even going to help paddle? We can't keep this up forever.
Oh!
Hello, little one. Hello. You must be the famous son of Panja. You look just like him. A bit smaller, of course. When the ship sank, I was worried about you, little one. Glad to see you made it.
I guess you knew my papa too, huh, Mr. Bird?
Yes, your father was a friend to all animals that walk, swim, or fly. Yes, I knew him. I was there on that sad day when he left the jungle for the last time.
Don't go! It's obviously a trap! Don't you see, Panja? The humans want to capture you or worse!
I know, but I have no choice.
Listen to reason! As our leader, it is your duty to stay here with us!
My duty is to protect the weak and innocent, to defend our homes in the jungle from all of those enemies who would bring trouble to it. Those enemies have come, they've captured Elena, and no matter what happens to me, I must save her. If I should not return, my friends, you must learn to defend yourselves without me. For this is the battle I was born to fight. Goodbye.
And off he went, never hesitating, never thinking about the dangers that lie on the road ahead. Like a bolt of four-legged lightning, he raced towards his goal. You must be like your father, little one. Be like Panja. Never waver. Don't flinch from the dangers ahead, but swim. Swim on until you've reached your goal. Swim, little one, swim.
Kimba, my son, don't be afraid. Be strong, for your home lies just over the horizon. Home.
Mama!
I am here, Kimba. I will always be here.